He had amazing songs, sold 500 million records in his career. He was a TV star, movie star. We just brought in the new year watching Rio Bravo. It's a tradition for us. He played Colorado, two-pistol gunfighter. You know, let's just say this. Our father was a whole different level of pretty. I mean, he was a handsome guy, right?
Yes, he was.
And he didn't talk at all when he played. He just basically stood up there and sneered a little bit and flashed his Maybelline and the women went nuts. Yeah, he didn't have to talk. He didn't have to talk. Matthew and I talk a lot, that's exactly right. So this is like a living room gig for us. We're really happy to be here. The Nelson family actually hails from New Jersey. Grandpa Ozzy, by the way, it's Ozzy Nelson, not Osborne, the real TV dad, all right? Grandpa, he was born in Jersey City. Then they moved to Ridgefield Park. And our dad was born in Teaneck and raised in Tenafly. And Ozzy and Harriet had a big band, and they would basically live in Jersey, and then they'd go into the city and play their concerts and head back out. And they became very big radio stars back when radio was a huge thing, and of course migrated out to the West Coast when our grandmother Harriet, by the way, give it up for Harriet Nelson, America's mom, right? Grandma Harriet was cool. Our grandpa met her when she was singing at the Cotton Club when she was 16. Yeah, she was born into show business, and it was a bigger deal than he was. And she had a contract to make movies, and she was starring a lot of pictures with Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire and things like that, and decided to kind of hitch, as she said, her star to his wagon, and it worked out for our family. 435 episodes of the family television show later. About halfway through, our dad decided to start singing to impress a girl at Hollywood High. And it worked out for him too. And then Gunnar and I came along kind of a little bit later and had #1 records too. So we're the only family in history, according to the Guinness Book, to have 3 generations in a row of #1 hit makers in it. My stepson is here running the show up there, doing the tech stuff, and I have a 10-year-old little boy that, you know, no pressure at all for any of them, right, to go to the 4th generation. But this is something that we love to do. Gunnar and I are song people. We're all about songs, and we've been fortunate enough to be born together. We split from the same cell, quite literally. And we're not the first Nelsons to actually have a family act or a brother and sister act. Harriet's mom was an identical twin and was a vaudevillian. It was Hazel and Hattie, the McNutt sisters. We're pretty sure they played here. But if you don't mind, what we're going to do is we're going to break up the show in 2 different kind of things. We're going to take a little break in the middle so everybody can get up and use the facilities and buy a t-shirt because kids are really expensive. And then we're going to do basically a whole bunch on our relationship with our father. So anybody that's a Ricky Nelson fan, you're going to get a lot of that stuff. But right now we're going to kind of go back into our first record. We're going to stay there with the first album. It's called After the Rain. And we sold about 6 million albums to people that had no idea who Ricky Nelson, Ozzy, and Harriet were. Back when MTV was the radio station. We all kind of grew up with it.
Yep.
And for a while there, Gunnar and I kind of knew what it felt like to be Taylor Swift. So, here's a song that went to